Hello, dear brothers. Today, more than ever, I am here not only as a presenter, but as someone who walks alongside you. I want to share not just a message, but a promise. The promise that, despite the challenges that may arise, we are not alone. Today, we'll dive together into a transformative truth. Trust in God even when life doesn't make sense. God is in control. These words may seem simple at first glance, but they carry an immeasurable weight of hope and security. In moments of confusion, in moments of pain, it's this unwavering faith that sustains us, guiding us through storms and lighting the path ahead. So, prepare your hearts and open your minds, for what lies ahead is more than just words. It's a source of strength, an anchor amidst life's turbulent seas. Together, let's explore the power and beauty of trusting in God, not just as a theory, but as a palpable reality in our lives. Are you ready to embark on this journey of faith and inspiration? Then let's begin. How often do we find ourselves at crossroads in life where the paths before us are dark and unknown? Amidst these challenging situations, it can be easy to succumb to despair and the feeling of being lost in an ocean of uncertainties. However, even when we feel adrift, directionless and hopeless, there's an unwavering anchor we can rely on. God is always in control. In Jeremiah 29:11, we find a promise that resonates through the centuries, bringing comfort and hope to troubled hearts. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. These words are not just an empty declaration. They are a divine assurance that even in the darkest moments, God has a perfect plan for our lives. Therefore, when we find ourselves facing seemingly insurmountable challenges and doubts threaten to consume us, let us remember this eternal truth. God is sovereign over all things. He not only sees the big picture when we can only see fragments, He is the artist himself, weaving the threads of our lives into a masterpiece of purpose and meaning. May we then cast our anxieties upon Him, trusting fully in His wisdom and providence. For even when life's journey takes us down unexpected paths, we can walk with faith and confidence, knowing that we are in the safe hands of our faithful God. In the face of the unknown, it is inevitable that we question the purpose and meaning behind the adversities we encounter on our journey. In moments of darkness, when we find ourselves surrounded by shadows and uncertainties, it is easy to succumb to despair and doubt. However, it is precisely in these dark hours that our faith is truly tested, and it is when we are called to trust in God. Even when we cannot see the path ahead, let us remember the comforting words of Psalm 23:4. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. This passage reminds us that even in the darkest and most frightening moments, God is with us, guiding and protecting us with His love and care. Therefore, when we feel lost and disoriented, when life's roads seem shrouded in fog, we can find comfort in the certainty that God is by our side, lighting the way and guiding us with His loving hand. It is in these challenging moments that our faith is refined like gold in the fire, strengthening us and preparing us for even greater challenges to come. So no matter how dark the night may be around us, let us keep the flame of faith burning in our hearts, knowing that the dawn is coming. For as it is written in Isaiah 41:10, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. May these words inspire us to trust in God, even when we cannot see beyond the horizon, for he is faithful and worthy of trust in all circumstances. In Proverbs 3:5-6, we find wise guidance that echoes through the centuries and resonates deeply in our hearts. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. These words are not just empty advice, they are a call to deep faith and unwavering trust in the God who created us. In these verses, we are reminded of the importance of fully trusting in God, regardless of the circumstances we face. Instead of relying on our limited understanding, we are encouraged to acknowledge God's sovereignty over all things and to entrust our concerns and burdens to him. This passage reminds us that while we may not fully understand God's plans in our lives, we can trust that he is in control and that his plan is perfect. Even when life's paths seem twisted and confusing, we can have faith that God is working in our favor, guiding us and straightening our paths according to his sovereign will. So when we encounter seemingly insurmountable challenges and feel tempted to rely on our own limited understanding, let us remember these words of wisdom and allow our faith to be renewed. For as it's written in Jeremiah 32:27, I am the Lord, the God of all mankind. Is anything too hard for me? May this promise inspire us to trust in God more fully and to entrust to him all our concerns and fears, knowing that he is worthy of trust in all circumstances. Allow me, dear friends, to share a story of hope and overcoming that illustrates the beauty of faith even in the darkest moments of life. I met someone whose journey was marked by unimaginable adversities. They faced devastating losses, battled debilitating illnesses, and were challenged by seemingly insurmountable financial difficulties. However, amidst the storm raging in their life, they found an unwavering source of strength in their faith in God. This person did not allow challenging circumstances to define them. Instead, they chose to trust in God and believe that he was working behind the scenes, even when all seemed lost. They remembered the comforting words of Psalm 34:18, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." With this promise in mind, they persevered, finding comfort in the certainty that God was present in their suffering and that he had a plan of redemption and restoration for their life. And truly, over time, this person witnessed miracles happening in their life. They saw how God turned their losses into opportunities for growth, their illnesses into testimonies of healing, and their financial challenges into demonstrations of his providing power. As it is written in Romans 8:28, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Therefore, may this story of hope and overcoming remind us that even in the darkest moments, we are not alone. God is with us, working in our favor, weaving a plan of redemption and restoration for each one of us. May we trust in that plan and find strength in our faith, knowing that he is able to transform even the most desperate situations into opportunities for his glory. This story is not just an isolated narrative, but rather a reflection of the transformative power of faith in action, witnessed in every corner of the world. Indeed, as we look around us, we can see countless people whose lives have been touched and transformed by the power of faith in God. From the ends of the earth to the communities closest to us, we witness miracles happening, lives being restored, and hearts being renewed by God's grace. This reminds us of Jesus' encouraging words in John 16:33. "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." This passage reminds us that although we face difficulties and tribulations in this world, we can have hope and confidence because Jesus has already overcome the world, and his power is with us to enable us to overcome any obstacle we encounter. When we trust in God and surrender to his perfect plan, we are empowered to face the most daunting challenges with courage and determination. For, as it is written in Philippians 4:13, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. This promise reminds us that when we place our trust in God, he gives us the strength and ability to persevere, even in the darkest circumstances. Therefore, may this truth inspire us to continue trusting in God and to surrender to his perfect plan for our lives. May we find hope and comfort, knowing that he is capable of transforming even the most challenging situations into opportunities for his glory. And may we witness in our own lives and in the lives of those around us the transformative power of faith in action. My beloved friends, amidst the uncertainties and challenges we face on this journey of life, I want to share with you a simple yet profoundly transformative principle. Trust in God, even when the road ahead seems shrouded in darkness. For he is the light that shines in our darkness, the solid rock upon which we can build our lives, and the eternal love that never forsakes us. This truth reminds us of the comforting words of Psalm 27:1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? This passage assures us that even when we find ourselves amidst the shadows of uncertainty and fear, we can trust in God to guide us and protect us with his constant presence and unwavering love. Therefore, even when we encounter seemingly insurmountable challenges and the circumstances of life seem overwhelming, let us remember to look upward to the source of our strength and hope. For as it is written in Isaiah 41:10, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. This promise assures us that even in the darkest hours, we can trust in God to strengthen, help, and uphold us with his mighty hand. May this truth console and strengthen us as we journey along the road of life, knowing that with God by our side, there is nothing to fear. May we hold fast to the light of his presence and the power of his love, finding security and hope amidst the storms that may arise. For he is our faithful guide, our constant protector, and our safe refuge in every moment and in every circumstance. Dear brothers and sisters, it is a privilege to be gathered once again in this moment of fellowship and worship. As a community of faith, we are called to support one another, sharing our stories of trust in God and strengthening one another in prayer. Just as Paul wrote to the Philippians in chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Therefore, I invite each of you to share in the comments below your experiences of faith and trust in God. Let us unite in prayer, remembering one another before the throne of grace. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with everyone you know. Together, as a family of faith, we can be agents of hope and inspiration to the world around us. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. May God continue to bless us abundantly. Amen.